Welcome back to Cure for the Common Game. Today, in deck number 873, we're going to talk about Ao, the Dawn Sky. So for 5 mana, you get a 5/4 Dragon Spirit. This is the cycle of dragons from this era of time. So 5/4 Flying Vigilant. And when it dies, you can choose one. Look at the top 7 cards of your library. Put any number of non-land permanent cards with total mana value 4 or less onto the battlefield, of course, rescue at the bottom, or put 2 1/1 counters on each permanent you control that's a creature or vehicle. It doesn't really lead us into one strategy or another. We could do the mono white vehicles, we could do mono white +1 counters. Um, I did I choose things that fly? I think I did. I think that was my theme. There's a small life gain theme in here, but first off, mono white has a couple of obstacles, one of which is lack of ramp. So let's look at our ramp, which is rather a large category here between artifacts and other things. Of course, we have our Soul Ring, Prismatic Lens, Liquid Metal Torque, Oreskos Explorer, Explorer Scope. I mean, if we're going to be attacking, there's a 38% chance that it's going to be a land, right? Marble Diamond. I like Mannequin. It's a dude. You can do stuff with it, and it taps for mana. Seer's Lantern, Fountain of Ichor. I'm even using the Manolith. That's right. I mean, Paradise Plume kind of works with our life gain sub theme, I guess you would call it. The Boreas Charger, Core Cartographer, Hedron Archive also so actually draw some cards, and then the Armillary Sphere, which is not exactly a ramp, but it does get the lands in your hand so you can play them. Card Draw, or Sandstone Oracle, Arcane Encyclopedia. I know it's doing it the hard way, but we're mono white, take what I can get. And then Mind's Eye. But just some other really good white stuff. Brave the Elements is awesome in a mono white deck. Otherworldly Journey is going to save whatever creature from dying because it just blinks it out and it comes back bigger. Unbreakable Formation is going to save your whole team. I guess let's cover our little life gain theme right now before we Healer's Hawk. I guess our 2 non-flyers in the deck, the Soul Warden and the Bishop of Wings. Because of Bishop of the Wings, it was actually the afterthought because there was a lot of angels already in the deck. There's like a dragon and some angels and some spirits and things that fly. White skies, if it were. But would it be clear skies? I don't know. But I was like, I've got some angels in here. Let's throw Bishop of the Wings. And then the Soul Warden came. And then I saw the Angel of Vitality. I was like, this hits all the marks. And then I was like, if I gain 4 more life, let's get another Angel. And then I was like, well, I'm too far down the rabbit hole. Let's throw a Sarah Avatar in there because why not? Sometimes it's a beast that has to be dealt with, and sometimes it's a 7 mana 4/4, So it's just one of those things. Basri Ket. I don't know that I have Basri in any deck at all, but I really like that +1. And, for a Planeswalker, to me anyway, I've really got to feel, I have to like that +1. That has to be what I'm in it for. Put a 1/1 counter up to 1 target creature. It gains indestructible that turn. So, yeah, if you get to the ultimate, that's cool. But most of the time, I feel like I have to be okay with 1 activation from the Planeswalker. If 1 activation is worth the mana cost, then essentially, in my mind, I played a sorcery. If I get a second use out of it, if it makes it back around the table, that's fine. But I feel like in this particular deck, I won't have a problem defending Basri because of all our removal. And we have a bunch of removal. But first, let's get to our creatures, shall we? Celestial Crusader. It flies. It helps other white creatures. Now, this is all white creatures, so we have the Guardian Seraph. Lessening damage by 1. It means a lot, especially when we're talking about commander damage. It makes that 7 power commander have to hit you 4 times instead of 3. A Kong Ning, another, well, it's not a flyer, but it is another walking anthem. Good old Sarah Angel. I mean, it's hard to not to. Avacyn the Guardian Angel, 5/4 for 5, flying vigilant. Her abilities matter as well. Angelic Arbiter. I like this. I love the use of the word opponent. If your opponents cast spells, they can't attack. If they attack, they can't cast spells. This is one that every time I play it, I definitely announce it, but people just forget it. They draw that card and they play that whatever that they've finally been able to play, and they're like, go to attacks, and they're like, actually, but Victory's Herald, attacking creature can fly and lifelink. Oh, I forgot a little one. The little angel, the Segovian angel, the 1/1, flying vigilant. We have the Eternal Dragon. In Commander, I dare say we probably are responsible for more of the plane cycling of Eternal Dragons than any other format. And then a Chroma Angel of Wrath, because she's awesome. And if you get any one of these 3 following R's on her, I mean, Unquestioned Authority it replaces itself, and it says the creature can't be blocked. That's insane. Battle Mastery, give it a double strike, or just the good old-fashioned Armored Ascension, for each planes, of which there's a bunch, because we've only got 4 non-basic lands, so that's 34 planes in the deck. Let's look at our removal, finally. This is a bunch. White's got the removal, I'll tell you that. In multiple forms, like Mana Tithe. I love to run Mana Tithe. People don't see it coming. Ever. Erase. Condemn. Sunlance. People don't see this one coming either. A white damage spell. Now, granted, it is a sorcery, but Celestial Purge. There's a lot of black or red permanents out there. Now, Take Vengeance is a card that not a lot of people play, I realize, but I was wanting the max amount of removal that I could find, and destroy tapped creature. It's not bad. Deicide. Exile target enchantment. That matters, especially with more and more enchantment creatures existing out there. Of course, our good old Disenchant. Tempest of Light to get rid of them all. Arrest and Oblivion Ring. Banishing Light in that same vein. Wing Shards, because that lesson can't ever be repeated enough, right? Vow of Duty. Now, Dragon's Presence is another one that's not... I really wanted it in here because our commander is a mono-white dragon, and I really got close to doing mono-white dragons, but I've already done that. So, love the art, and, 5 damage to attacking or blocking creature. This is another one of those cards people just don't see coming because nobody but me plays it. It's from that global series, Faith Fetters, another one. I like Faith Fetters a little more than I like the Oblivion Ring because it's still, the target is still in play. You gain the life, which is right where we want to be, but it can't be activated, and it can't attack or block. So their commander, if it's a combat commander or if it's an ability commander, it still keeps it in play but useless. So that way they can't just recast it from the command zone next turn. Got our Slash the Ranks, kill everything except for commanders and walkers. I like the Excavation technique, I really do. Destroy target non-land permanent for 4 mana. Yeah, they get 2 tokens, 2 treasures. Okay. Planar Outburst. And then Farewell. I mean, just one or more. You can do it all. Wow. Love this card. And let's look at our non-basics. Of course, we have the Secluded Step, Rogue's Passage. Got the Encroaching Waste in there, trying to, take care of those, because we don't have a whole lot of creatures. So I figure the commander damage win or the single big creature win is probably the route that we're going to, the path to victory most of the time. So the Encroaching Waste will take out that maze or whatnot. And then the Forge of Heroes. Really like the Forge of Heroes. You don't have to sacrifice the Forge. That's the beautiful part. Anyway, that is AO. They did put a whole bunch of legends on us with this set. And it doesn't look like it's going to get any better anytime soon. So, I got to start cranking them out. I had a few days off, but anyway. 873 is on the wall. I do appreciate it. Thank y'all so much. But right now, we're going to go ahead and shuffle and cut.